Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Shehu Said. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. We begin with security. President Bola Tinubu has received Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris at the State House, Abuja, where both men reviewed security operations in the northwest and the rescue of pupils abducted in Kebbi earlier this month. After the closed-door meeting, the governor said the talks centered on the successful rescue of students abducted from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, Maga, Dankowa Sagu local government area on November 17. According to the governor, federal security and intelligence agencies mobilized on Tinubu's orders leading to the girls' rescue on November 26 and their formal handover to families at Government House, Birnin Kebbi. The Imo State government says it is taking steps to attract more investors to improve the economy of the state. One of such steps involves proper land administration, which is key to industrialization. Governor Hope Uzodinma makes this known while commissioning a new digital platform that improves transparency in land management. Global television correspondent Amarachi Ibe reports from Owerri.
The drive to rebuild investors' confidence in Imo State takes another step forward with the launch of the Imo Land Information Service Center, a digital platform that allows anyone to remotely verify the status of land across the state. Governor Hope Uzodinma says the system marks the end of years of land-related fraud, multiple sales, and what he called land grabbing, assuring residents and investors that the era of uncertainty is over.
Today, with due humility, marks the end of an ugly era, the era of corruption in a non-existent land administration system, the era of land grabbing, the era of stealing land because you think it belongs to nobody.
Governor Uzodinma adds that the new platform forms part of broader reforms aimed at making Imo State a more reliable destination for private investment, noting that credible land documentation remains a key concern for businesses and developers.
With the deployment of this system today, I have no doubt in my mind that our internally generated revenue will almost double, if not triple. And we will have more money to work for Imo people.
The Commissioner for Digital Economy and E-Government, Chimezie Amadi, says the project aligns with the government's digital reform agenda and aims to modernize governance, improve transparency, and strengthen public trust.
In alignment with His Excellency's vision, Your Excellency, this event demonstrates your unwavering commitment to modernize land administration, promoting transparency, and delivering faster and citizen.
With land administration now digitalized, the state government believes the new system speeds up transactions, reduces disputes, and opens more opportunities for economic growth. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The House of Representatives has held a major public hearing on proposed amendments to Nigeria's anti-corruption laws, including the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act, as well as the ICPC Act. The bills seek to modernize asset declaration rules, strengthen oversight institutions, and address provisions which lawmakers describe as outdated or rights-infringing. National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick reports.
Inside the National Assembly, lawmakers, civil society groups, and anti-corruption agencies converged for a joint public hearing aimed at reviewing 3 amendment bills central to Nigeria's integrity framework. Top on the list was the move to overhaul the Code of Conduct Act, particularly provisions affecting asset declaration, age requirements for leadership positions, and the operational structure of anti-corruption bodies. A major point of debate came from concerns that the current asset declaration law compels public officers to declare the assets of their spouses, something critics argue is unrealistic, intrusive, and inconsistent with cultural realities and constitutional rights.
Anybody that is appointed by the president also has to go through clearance and approval by the National Assembly. So there are enough provisions to ensure that age should not be a barrier.
Another contentious clause is the section that seeks to deny convicted persons under the Act the presidential prerogative of mercy and exclusion. Lawmakers say contradicts the Constitution.
This is based on the assumption the drafter of this act and in this particular section is basing it on the assumption that a spouse, be male or female, has a full knowledge and full information, correct information about the assets of his or her spouse.
There was also strong advocacy for updating the asset declaration form itself to include liabilities, improving the evaluation process, and integrating professional bodies with technical expertise.
This bill is aimed to amend the Act, a necessary and timely response aimed at addressing identified gaps and weaknesses.
Lawmakers emphasized that the amendments are necessary to reflect modern governance standards, technological advancements, and Nigeria's evolving legal landscape. The committee assured stakeholders that all submissions will feed into a strengthened anti-corruption architecture. From the National Assembly, Anie T. Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
To social relations issues now, gifting is an age-old tradition that continues to strengthen relationships and build community harmony. The culture has contributed in keeping strong relationships between members of a community. As social and economic pressures rise, many Nigerians are rediscovering the power of giving, not because they have much, but because a little kindness goes a long way. Our correspondent Sa'adatu Garba tells us more.
Across communities, from urban centers to rural neighborhoods, the culture of gifting has long been woven into everyday life, from sharing food with neighbors to exchanging souvenirs during celebrations. But the tradition is slowly fading as modern lifestyle make people more isolated and focused on individual survival. Gifting is not just about material items, it is a social glue that keeps communities connected. It builds trust, appreciation, and a sense of belonging in the society.
Okay, gifting is a very beautiful thing, and gifting comes with a lot of benefits. It comes with opening of doors, blessings, and it comes with putting smiles. You put smile on people's face, smile will also come to your life. So I feel giftings open a lot of doors that you even cannot fathom. You see, gifting also brings in help from where you don't expect.
Despite economic hardships, gifting remains a culture that should be continued. It doesn't have to be expensive. Simple gestures like sharing fruits, helping with chores, offering food to the needy, or offering emotional support can make a significant difference in someone's life. Experts also highlight that gifting boosts mental health for both the giver and the receiver. It reduces stress, strengthens social bond, and promotes positive behavior, particularly among young people.
I think the benefit, there are many, but for my little understanding, I can say the benefit of the culture of gifting, it puts the society in a situation whereby everybody and every society, every entity, anybody that is residing within the environment gains a sense of belonging to one another. It helps us, it gives us that stand to help each other, that communication, that oneness.
In a society where many people face emotional and financial struggles, Gifting becomes more than tradition. It becomes a tool for social support and unity. Encouraging the culture of gifting isn't about wealth, it's about kindness, empathy, and community spirit. As society continues to evolve, experts say reviving this tradition could help create a more connected and compassionate nation. Saratu Garba, reporting for Global TV News.
Homeschooling has emerged as a growing alternative for parents seeking more control over their children's learning experience. With digital resources expanding and online platforms becoming more accessible, families are embracing flexible, personalized models that differ sharply from the mainstream school system. Our correspondent Nafisat Baba takes a closer look on homeschooling in Nigeria.
In recent years, homeschooling has become an increasingly popular option for families seeking an alternative to traditional public or private schools. With the rise of digital learning platforms, online resources, and changing attitude towards education, more and more parents are taking control of their children's learning. In this special report, we will explore the world of homeschooling, its benefits and challenges, and what it means for the future of education.
Because of the current situation of Nigeria now, insecurity and all that, I would say every parent should have a teacher for their child.
Homeschooling offers several benefits, including personalized learning and attention, flexibility in scheduling and pacing, ability to tailor education to individual learning styles, reduce peer pressure and social conflict, increase family time and bonding.
For a country where their infrastructure is highly developed, where you don't have issues when it comes to network issues, there is nothing wrong with online. But like in Nigeria, where we're still developing, I think it's better for children to have physical classes rather than online.
While home training can be a great option for some families, it also presents several challenges and concerns, including lack of socialization and social skills development, limited access to resources and facilities, potential biases in curriculum and teaching, increased responsibility and burden on parents.
If you look at the international community and look at the Nigerian system, the welfare of teachers has never been considered. And this is the motivational variables that every individual needs to look forward to.
As technology continues to evolve and improve, it's likely that homeschooling will become an even more viable and attractive option for many families. With the rise of online digital platforms, virtual reality, and other digital tools, homeschooling is becoming increasingly sophisticated and effective. Nefisa Baba, Global Television News.
In a nation where digital technology is expanding at record speed, another industry is growing in the shadows. Online scams. From fake investment schemes to romance fraud, the numbers keep rising, and so do the victims. Global TV correspondent Sadia Yakubu reports.
Across Nigeria, certain cities have become hotspots for internet fraud. The tools, laptops, VPNs, foreign numbers, and carefully crafted online personals. Most scammers operate in small groups. They target foreign victims using romance scams, phishing, or fake e-commerce stores. But now, more Nigerians themselves are being scammed, especially through fake investment and crypto schemes shared on social media.
A whole lot of our youths are unemployed and unemployable. You know, they are two different things, but though related. And so by the time there is so much economic pressure on them, you know, to try to meet their basic needs, you know, societal needs and all that, and the resources is not there, they are not earning much. There is this tendency for them to be pressured into going into scam.
From social engineering to fake online love to fraudulent loan app that steal contacts and harass users, digital scam operations are becoming more sophisticated and more aggressive.
Some of my colleagues where I know were not working, we graduated almost 3 to 4 years back, serve, and they are still here, you know, no job. You know, when you see somebody or a friend that is into this kind of business, no, you don't need to influence you.
For some young people, online scams have become a shortcut to wealth. Social media glamorizes soft life and flashy lifestyle that fraudsters often display. But behind every stolen dollar is a victim.
If government can do something by provide a conducive environment, especially job for the young people, I think the rate of this crime will be reduced.
Experts warn that the rise of cybercrime damages Nigerians' reputation internationally, reduces investors' confidence, and puts honest digital entrepreneurs at a disadvantage. In order to stop or reduce online scams, the following must be organized: digital literacy classes, cyber safety seminars, government policy meetings, among others. If you receive messages that sound too good to be true, they probably are. Verify every online transaction, protect your personal information, and report suspicious activities to the authorities. Nigeria's digital future is bright, but only if we fight the dark corners of cyberspace together. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
Thank you, Sadia. A staff of Global TV Abuja has been honored with the traditional title Majidaɗin Tauraron Gwana as part of activities marking his wedding ceremony. The coronation took place in Gwana, Gombe State, attracting dignitaries, family members, and traditional office holders. Kabir Hassan was there for Global Television.
The atmosphere in Gwana was filled with cultural color as friends, relatives, and colleagues gathered to witness the conferment of the title Majidaɗin Tauraron Gwana on Abdul Abubakar Awak. The honor was vested during the second phase of his wedding ceremony, symbolizing recognition, responsibility, and acceptance with the Gwana Traditional Council. Today, we are honoring a young man who has shown humility, good character, and commitment to the progress of our community. The title is not just a celebration, but a responsibility. For many present, the title reflects not just celebration, but a call to service and community leadership. Family and colleagues describe the moment as historic and well-deserved, noting his contribution and character, which earned him the honor.
I have to thank Usmania for giving me this title, which is Majidaɗin Tauraron Gwana. I'm very grateful. I'm very happy.
The event ended with traditional blessings, prayers, and Godwill message, marking both a new marital journey and new chapter of responsibility for the new turban title holder. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
Congratulations to our own Majidadi. You are watching the live broadcast of News Cycle. When News Cycle returns, floods hit Sri Lanka's capital as cyclone deaths near 200. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and we begin with business. Some farmers' associations in Lagos State have predicted a further drop in the price of rice ahead of the Yuletide, following Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's reduction of Lagos rice price. The farmers spoke in separate interviews with newsmen in Lagos. The Lagos State Governor recently slashed the price of Lagos rice from 64,000 naira to 57,000 naira per bag. The Vice Chairman of the All Farmers Association Southwest Lagos State Chapter commended the state government for the strategic move. And Nigeria has taken a major step towards becoming home to one of Africa's most significant financial institutions for the energy sector. The federal government says all requirements for the takeoff of the Africa Energy Bank have now been fully met, positioning the country at the center of the continent's next phase of oil and gas investment. Kikelomo Okere reports.
Nigeria's drive to anchor Africa Energy Future is entering its final lap. Months after winning the bid to host the headquarters of Africa Energy Bank, the country says the facility is now complete, fully furnished and ready for operations. During an inspection in Abuja, the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Enikin Lukobiri, confirmed that Nigeria has delivered on every obligations required of host nations. He says the $5 billion bank was created to close long-standing funding gap in Africa oil and gas sector, gaps that Apple says have left the continent heavily dependent on external financing, restricted technology access, and limited market control.
Apple and African Bank are the drivers of this process, to facilitate the takeoff, of the bank. But what Nigerians, and the world need to know today is that as a host country, we have met all our obligations, and the building is ready. The bank is ready to go.
So have you handled? With Nigerian readiness now confirmed, the continent moves closer to a new financial institution designed to reshape how African funds develop and benefit from its energy wealth. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
And we moved to the foreign scene where entire areas of Sri Lanka's capital, Colombo, were flooded today after a powerful cyclone triggered heavy rains and mudslides across the island, with authorities reporting nearly 200 dead and dozens more missing. Officials said the extent of the damage in the country's worst affected central region was only just being revealed as relief workers cleared roads blocked by fallen trees and mudslides. The Disaster Management Center said at least 193 people have died following a week of heavy rains brought on by Cyclone Ditwa, while 228 people are still missing. And we move to the world of sports. The 2025 Hagame Girls Football Championship has kicked off here in Abuja with renewed promise for the girl child, as founder and sole sponsor, Dr. Pat Ajuma Ayegba, unveils plans to expand the fast-growing grassroots tournament nationwide. Our correspondent Aniete Patrick reports on a remarkable opening that blends opportunity, ambition, and rising talent.
At the Area 3 Sports Complex in Abuja, the atmosphere was electric as 16 teams marched onto the pitch, each one representing a dream, a hope, and a chance at discovery. The 2025 Hagame Girls Championship, running from November 29 to December 6, has become one of Nigeria's most credible talent pipelines for young female footballers. And once again, founder and sponsor Dr. Pat Ajuma Ayegba is carrying the full financial burden: free jerseys, bibs, balls, logistics, and registration for every team.
I have seen firsthand this football is not just an exciting game. It's something that the girl child can easily use to get their mind off crime, off a lot of abuse and unfair treatment.
Originally as FCT-only event, the championship now covers the entire North Central region, and with growing interest from across the country, Ayegba confirms her game will go nationwide by 2026. Beyond funding and structure, the tournament has already produced tangible results. Last year's most valued player, Queen Joseph, returned as a mentor, fresh from finishing as Nigeria's top scorer at the Morocco 2025 Under-17 Women's World Cup. And on the pitch, defending champions Fosler Academy opened their title defense with a narrow 2-1 win over Hovel Prime. Generation Next dominated the day with a 5-0 victory over Emirates Queens, while SIK Paragon and Bear Ladies also secured the wins.
A huge applause to the organizer of this tournament, because through this, a lot of girls have been motivated.
Organizing committee co-head Moses Bako described the championship as one of Nigeria's most transparent and impactful youth tournaments, with 16 teams competing for only 8 quarter-final slots. Match Day 2 promises even fiercer action, from Emirates Queens seeking redemption to Fosler Academy returning for back-to-back battles. Aniete Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
Still talking sports, the National Council of Sports has announced new measures aimed at improving athlete safety and restructuring major national sporting events. This followed its meeting held in Calabar, Cross River State. In a communique issued after the meeting, the Council highlighted the growing risks associated with sports and emphasized the need for adequate insurance coverage for athletes, officials, and sports facilities during national competitions. And that concludes News Cycle, but a quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. I am Shehu Said. Hope to see you at 8 o'clock on News Prime.